Stop recording button.
Hey everyone,
Double tap
it's
to
been a long
activate.
time since I've uploaded, I think, at least a long form video. And it's been a long time since I discussed fantasy. This won't be episode 3 of my idea discussions, well, technically, but, I've done some thinking, and specifically about my ideas for the races, and, most of it will stay the same, but for, like, inspirations and stuff, but I have done some thinking and thought of some changes that I think would be better to implement if my idea ever gets made into a product to begin with. Anyways, the biggest change is the fact that, yeah, if you remember from the last two videos, part 1 and part 2 of episode 2 of my ideas discussion for fantasy, those going over the galaxy map and the races, including their inspirations, you may recall that I had Oni being inspired by Indian culture, and the Tengu inspired by Chinese culture, which, judging how they're Japanese creatures, and, like, I think just having them be, like, different aspects of China or Japanese culture inspired, so they would be lumped in sort of like with the Kitsune and the Tanuki. I know I had Tanuki be Okinawan, but they're kind of lumped in now with Japanese culture now to do imperialism. So, anyways, yeah, so the Oni and Tengu, they will be, since Japan is an archipelago in the galaxy, they would have their own, like, there won't just be one planet, that being Inari, home of the Kitsune, representing the entirety of Japan. There'll be multiple planets now, the extra planets being the home of the Tengu, and the home of the Oni. So now, you may be wondering what's gonna be taking place for the Chinese and Indian inspired races within the galaxy. Well, to get the Indian ones out of the way, if you are aware of Pathfinder, you might know of the race the Samsarans. So basically something like that would be for the indie inspired race of the galaxy. They would be the Samsarans, and their planet name would be Samsara. Okay, so that's the easy one out. If you know Pathfinder, you could probably get what their deal is. And now to take place of the Chinese one inspired race, since I moved the Tengu over to being more Japanese inspired. I thought, what mythical creature is important for the Chinese? If you answer dragons, then you're correct. So, I just got off of Google Gemini trying to translate what dragon people would be, and I got a couple options. The one that I thought would be the best, you could probably debate this in the comments, would be Long Ren, being the name of the dragon folk. Like Eastern dragon folk. For like the Chinese inspired fantasy race. Also, I'm not sure if I stated this, I probably didn't in the last couple videos. I somewhat changed my mind on how humanity will be treated, or would be represented somewhat in the galaxy of sci fantasy. Instead of having them mainly be localized in Avalon, humanity is more spread out amongst the stars, but Avalon, don't get me wrong, Avalon will still be the main hub of humanity. It'll be the the new home world, or the home world of humanity. Will be like the biggest population of humans would be on Avalon, and humanity would, across like the different planets, would be the secondary population. Like the secondary race that makes up the majority of the population. The primary, of course, being whatever native population is of said planet. So, like, on Inari and the other Japanese-inspired planets, for example, the majority would be the respective race, like Kitsune, Tengu, Oni, Tanuki, followed by a population of humans. So that's the main change. Also, I'm not sure if I said this in the episode 2, but I was thinking about maybe, like, if I ever decide to do a Russian inspired race for the galaxy, ogres. Yeah, ogres. Since I already have orcs being inspired by Romanians, so yeah. That's basically it. And so if I still have momentum, after this, maybe later in the day, if I feel like it, I could finally do episode 3. Since this will be episode 2.5, so yeah. Like, comment, subscribe, and do all that jazz. Goodbye.
Stop recording.